Hey guys, we're here back again. This time we are going to be playing a Wild Rift Lee Sin jungle gameplay here. Going to be going into a red buff here. We're also going to have, I think, a leash. Yeah, so in case you guys are wondering, we do not actually have live gameplay. This is me playing. I was on the bed and I wanted to play Lee Sin and practice him a bit. And I liked the video, so I figured I'll comment over it for you guys and kind of explain what I'm doing. I'm not the best Lee Sin. Let's just put that out there. I'm practicing Lee Sin, so just be fully aware that there's going to be mistakes that happen later on. But there's some interesting plays that happen as well, and I kind of wanted to showcase that here in the video. So as you saw there, I actually had a leash, and if those of you guys are not familiar with League PC, leashing is basically where the ADC and the generally the support too come and help you secure that first buff. They'll do some damage and then they'll go back to their lane and let you secure it real fast, just allowing you to have a faster rotation, especially for like junglers like Lee Sin, whose damage output isn't as high as other junglers. But anyways, so rotation for Lee Sin, I feel like the best rotation personally is the red buff first, since I'm not dependent on mana, so I don't really need to go blue buff right away. And then from there you kind of just go into the birds, head on up to the wolves, the blue buff, and then finally the frog there. I don't really care for golems. I really don't do that because it actually takes a long time to clear golems, and I don't really take them until like I feel like I'm ready to do some damage and I can secure them quite quickly. If you have a smite up, when you rotate back over to golems, generally it should be fine because you can actually smite and clear that a lot faster than normal. But yeah, so alright, so after this rotation, I tend to like to go to the river and secure the first crab, which you can see me looking for it right here. That way we can just maintain vision in the river for our solo lane there, and also so we can make sure that by the time the dragon does spawn, we have vision on it and I don't have to ward it myself. The one thing I have to work on personally is I tend to forget to ward. You'll see me sitting on a ward. Like, I can totally place a ward right there in that crossroad right there, but I did not. I tend to forget, especially when I'm practicing a new hero. I'm so distracted by what I'm doing that I'm not, doing the fundamentals. But anyways, I'm just trying to like counter jungle while I'm waiting for like Garen to kind of do his thing. I was actually coming up because I thought he was going to try to extend, and I didn't get that opportunity. So I'm like, I'll just secure some gold real quick since I'm here. Alright, so we're gonna head out. Again, I should have put vision right there. This is where like I seem to forget some things. But anyways, looks like the Seraphine's out, so I'm gonna actually try to knock her back, which I do. And then we secure that kill. With Lee Sin, I don't know if it's the right rotation and abilities, but I tend to use my dash to get behind somebody, and then I'll use my ultimate to knock them in the direction I want, following with my Q, and then dashing back into them with the second activation of the Q, and then using my my third ability there for the AoE slow. That's the ability sequence I have for when I engage. At least that's what I'm supposed to do. Doesn't happen all the time. This one I thought freaking Orianna was going to keep going, but she ended up using an ability, so I completely missed my Q there. I was really upset about that. I was like, god damn it. I was like primed for the picking. If I had gotten that, we may have been able to secure her, but luckily she overextends again, and it looks like the Misfortune was able to dump her ultimate into her, so we were able to secure a kill, at least for that time being. Now we're gonna get our Black Cleaver. Black Cleaver is really good, especially against like tanky characters. I don't know if they have, I didn't double check the composition in this. I mean, Graves, he's not really tanky, so I guess they really don't have any true tanks in here that I can see. Oh no, they have Garen, so at some point Black Cleaver will be good against that Garen, and anybody who basically goes the defensive items towards AD damage, so it's good all around. It's a build that I actually found online that I tend to actually like to use because it's pretty effective. Looks like the Garen is a little extended. I'm gonna see if I can actually go up there and see if I can knock him back. Looks like he has vision though, so he's fully aware of that. One thing I recommend doing I didn't do it in this match. Again, the whole ward gang, I did not stay on top of, so let's just get that out of the way. But I would definitely set up the scanner at some point so that you can go ahead and take out enemy vision so that they can't always see your ganks coming, and so on and so forth. This was a little risky. I wanted the dragon, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to see if I can sidestep that vision right there, which I did, and try to secure this dragon without them knowing. And the Zed will eventually take notice too, and he'll come down and rotate and do some damage. As a jungler, you want to secure your objectives above mostly all else. I mean, if you have a team fight going on, then yeah, you want to deal with that first, but there are times where I don't do it. Like, for instance, if I am coming back from the base, I'll like farm up and then go to the dragon, so long as the dragon's not being taken. I don't know if that's wrong or right. Personally, that's what I do. I like to keep my farm going as well. Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. We try to get the jump in on Orianna, but we can't quite secure the dash. I'm trying to knock her back so that they can do a bunch of damage. And I think I'm gonna land it here in a second. Eventually. Here we go. Yeah, so like when people use these ults like this, you want to take advantage of that. Unfortunately, we weren't able to secure the other misfortune, I think that was. But it was close. And I try to knock them into each other to do a little extra damage there too, which we managed to do. Again, with Lee Sin, you want to dash behind them, knock them back in the direction you want, ideally into other enemies so that they do extra damage and they all kind of get knocked up. But yeah. So there we go, securing more farm here, going our red buff. Again, guys, so sometimes when I'm recording videos, I'm not actually doing live commentary, so I don't know if you guys like this series where I talk about what I'm doing. I'm not trying to say that I know what I'm doing. I'm simply telling you guys my thought process as far as what I'm doing. It could be right, could be wrong, who knows. But if you guys do like the series, I'll definitely do it more. I have a lot of videos where I recorded the game but didn't do live commentary because I'm like sitting on my bed or whatever, and it's like, you know what, I want to play, but I might as well record it in case something happens. Anyways, we got a fight going on here. I got cut out. Unfortunately, I thought I should have pinged. I thought that the Misfortune and the Kai'Sa were gonna dive in with me, but they were kind of late to reacting, which is not entirely their fault. I should have pinged. I wasn't paying attention as far as being basically communicating with my team properly. So that's another thing to consider. If you're gonna dive hard and you didn't ping, it's not their fault entirely for them not helping you. You gotta ping, you gotta communicate, especially since there's no voice chat that's currently active right now. Reyes kind of got caught out here, which was nice. Unfortunately, we're doing a lot of work, but we're not getting any kills. Like, I was actually getting annoyed. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I want to at least look good, get a good score. Here we go again. Gonna try to knock her back. There we go. See if we can go ahead and secure that. I was actually knocking her over to the Zed, which I messed it up because, again, there's no voice chat. So normally I would have just told him, hey, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna knock him over to you. But we can't do that. So the Zed kind of was using his abilities and was not reactive fast enough to capitalize on that knockback, and it's okay. He did good overall to try to make that work. We're just gonna dump some damage and then dip out here. They're a little too far back, so I can't really continue that attack. Plus Kai'Sa looked like she wasn't ready to go in either. Alright, so keep going here. I'm actually going to pull up the build real quick too so that I can talk about that a little bit. Lee Sin Wild Rift build. The builds I use right now, guys, I'm not theory crafting any of my own builds yet. Hold on, we got an interesting fight going on here. So this is like a pretty interesting fight because they actually had two people here. We were able to knock them into each other, but I wanted to be careful because, you know, Garn was spinning. And I tried to help recover Zed there, but unfortunately he went down. Anyways, so the build that I go to is I go to rankedboost.com. That's where I go right now, just because it's one of the first searches. I'm like, hey, I'll try it out. And so far, a lot of the builds have been really good. And they even give you like a variety of builds against certain, you know, composition types. So like if you have a lot of AD assassins in your enemy team, they have a build for that, you know, for Lee Sin. If you have a lot of AP champions, they have a build for that. Against tank champions, there's a build for that. So the build I think we're currently using is going to be against an AD assassin. The only AP that I think I see is the Seraphine, which is deadly, but that's who we're going with right now because, or that's the build we're going with. Oh no, actually we have Orianna. So ideally we could have actually gone, we're going to eventually go to the Randuin's Omen, which is a defensive item which gives us a lot of AD defense. But ideally, if you're going against 2 APs, you could go like Spirit Visage as well, and that could work. Here I try to flash and get in front of her so I can knock her back. Looked like I managed to do so pretty decently, although I'm pretty hurt here. And I'm looking to see if that Orianna is actually low. I want to go in so bad, but it looks like we have someone coming up to us. Yep, the Garen. So I have to dip. Unfortunately, we got caught out. I feel like when Copper Conan follows me around, it's like, it's not the most ideal situation for him because I get him caught out. But anyways, unfortunately, Garen does get away. This is kind of funny right here. I'm just like, gotcha. And he's just like, bring it. What you gonna do there, Lee Sin? I was like, I'm just gonna back up. We're gonna go ahead and go back though and get our Death Dance. I think that's what it's called, right? Yeah. And then we do want our Gluttonous as well. Did we already pick that up? Yeah, we do. We have it right there. See it on cooldown. Because the Gluttonous has given us that I think it's called is this Life Steal or Spell Vamp? I think Spell Vamp is AP. Anyways, it gives us a life steal. Here I messed up big time. I missed my Q, and then I actually ended up getting basically dumped on by Garen. If I had landed that Q, I would have been able to secure that a little faster, and then potentially get out. But I felt bad. I got the Kai'Sa like basically killed because like she wanted to try to help me, and then she couldn't recover because of her, you know, attempt to be nice and save me. But thank you there, Kai'Sa. I'm sorry. Now I'm just watching what's her Fiora. Okay, I forgot her name for a second. Copper Conan has a really cool skin though for the Zed. It's actually really, really cool. The splash art looks cooler than the actual in-game model, but the model's pretty nice anyways. As a jungler too, so this is something that used to happen when I played PC League, is that at some point, if I'm not the carry, if I'm not doing like a lot of work with the kills, I will tend to give the buffs to, you know, at least the red buff to the ADC. I don't always do that right now. I get a little selfish. But I think you're supposed to give your carries the red buff in late game. That way they can do a lot more damage. Again, we're dumping on that Orianna. Looking good. See if we can actually get the Misfortune. We don't have an ult up, so we have to be very careful here, and we're really low. I was actually going to dive in, and that's when I saw I didn't have an ultimate. So at this point, I'm just bouncing. There's nothing I can do for these people. Absolutely nothing. There's 4 of them. And we do get out safely. So now we're going to go into Steric's, whatever the frick it's called. Gauge? I think it's called Gauge, right? Yeah, I was right. Nice. But yeah, so it gives us some base attack damage. And then it also delays damage, I think it was. If you would take damage, that would reduce maximum health below 30%. You gain a shield. Oh no, it gives us a shield. That's right. The Death Dance. I think that's the one that delays damage. Again, guys, I'm just experimenting with builds. I don't quite know all the items just yet. I'm slowly learning. So eventually, if we keep doing this series, I'll be able to go in more depth as far as the build. I just want to give you guys a basic rundown of what some of the items do. Again, I'm not theory crafting, so this isn't my build. I can't, you know, tell you what's the reasoning behind it. I just use it. We'll get there, okay? We'll eventually be able to tell you what these builds do. Also, so if you guys are wondering why you never see ranked videos, it's because, well, ranked, it's great and all, and I'm gonna upload some ranked videos as well pretty soon. But ranking in a solo queue, especially where I'm still in gold, it is hell. It's elo hell. Like, you go up and down constantly. Whoa, Jesus Christ! I didn't realize how much damage I just did on that Seraphine. I think actually it was combination of me and somebody else, but it looked like it was just my third ability just stomping there to oblivion. We got a Graves here. I don't know. Did we actually secure this one? I don't know. No, I had to back out, and then I go back in. Oh god, it was pretty close. Graves is nasty. Like, so I've been practicing Graves too. So you guys are gonna see another one of these analyzing videos with Graves, because I've been practicing my jungle. I've been practicing Lee Sin, and I've been practicing Graves. I know Lee Sin is probably top tier. Graves, I'm not sure where he sits as far as relevancy, but I'm pretty sure he's pretty relevant. I see him quite often, at least in my tier. And so I wanted to try him out and get used to them. I actually like both of them more than any other jungler right now. Lee Sin especially, but Graves is really fun. He was a character that a champion that I did horrible with to begin with, but then I got a nice build and I started learning how to play him and how to farm it and then manage my abilities with him, and it's really good. This is no surprise to me why people actually play Graves. But before, I was like, dude, I don't understand why people play Graves. It's like, he's not that great. But it's just because I just didn't have the knowledge to kind of make him work. Got another team fight breaking out here. We were able to actually, luckily there, secure a Q on the Seraphine, which I didn't know at first. I'm like, oh, and then I saw the little like preview of where it's at when I'm like out of the, you know, in the corner it shows you where like who's marked if you're out of the range. And I saw that it was on Seraphine, and I'm like, holy crap, I'm gonna dive on this. And so I did, and I was able to like secure her with the team, which really helped us in that fight, because Seraphine is nasty if kept alive. And this is pretty much it right here, I think, maybe? Yeah, no, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. There's another game too where I thought maybe they come back, and I thought it was that one, but no, it was not. But there you go. I've been having this bug too where it disconnects me, as you can see there. So there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this gameplay. I'm probably going to pause it since I actually didn't leave this here. And so I have at least something in the background while I'm talking. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that gameplay. I don't know why I'm having this bug with disconnecting. It's happened 2 times in a row now. And also, like, it's just, I've been getting a lot of disconnects because it's been telling me, hey, you know, you need to relog in or whatever because you're not in this region. Hopefully this is not Riot saying, hey, we're starting to siphon people out of the server, and eventually I can't play. So hopefully that's not the case, but so far I've been fine. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this gameplay and this analysis of the gameplay on the channel. If you guys do, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more, definitely leave a like on the video. I want to see if we can actually get a video to 200 likes for once. I think we've only had one so far that was able to get to 200 likes. I'm betting we're not going to get it, but hey, if we do, that's freaking awesome. That would really help out me on the channel, as well as, you know, getting the search algorithms and get the people in this community, and we can start growing together like we did back in the Vainglory days. But anyways, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later!